Hi children, I welcome you all to the Alfonsa online classroom. In the last section, we learned about the geography lesson, the Earth in the solar system. Today, let's begin our history lesson, what, where, how and when. It is an introductory lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the different sources that help us to find out about our past. Finding out about the past. Children, if you want to know about yesterday, you could listen to the radio, watch television, read a newspaper. If you want to know about last year, you can ask somebody who remembers. But what about long ago? Let us see how it can be done. History. History is the story of famous people. The ancient history can be divided into two, prehistory and history. Prehistory is the timeline when people started improving themselves from the ape man. They started to draw rock paintings. They started even writing, but they have no proper idea about how to write on. So we have no written evidence about prehistory. History. We have written records for this period. People started writing and we know what they have written. We are able to decipher them. What? The first concept we want to understand in history is what? These is related to the questions of what kind of food people ate in the past, what kind of clothes they wore, what kind of houses they live in. We can also find out about the games children played, the stories they heard, the songs they sang, etc. Example, what kind of food was used in Harappan civilization, what kind of food grown by the Egyptian. All these come under what? The second important question is where. Once we know the geographical aspect of a region, we can very easily understand the history of that region. That is why we are saying history is studied geographically and geography is studied historically. People have lived along the banks of the river Narmada for several 100,000 years. So we want to find where do the food gatherers and hunters lived, where do they started the farming and animal rearing, where do the earlier kingdoms were developed. These all questions come under where. Throughout this time period, people travel from one part of the subcontinent to another. The hills and high mountains including Himalayas, deserts, rivers and seas made journey dangerous at times, but never impossible. Let's see what are the different reasons for this traveling. People traveled in search of livelihood, to escape from natural disasters like floods or droughts. Men marched in armies conquering others' lands. Merchants traveled with caravans carrying valuable goods. Religious teachers traveled to offer instruction and advice on their way. And some people travel driven by a spirit of adventure. All these led to the sharing of ideas between people. These movements of people enrich our cultural traditions. People have shared new ways of carving stones, composing music, and even cooking food over several hundreds of years. Names of India. Two of the words we often use for our country are India and Bharat. The word India comes from the Indus, called Sindhu in Sanskrit. The Iranians and Greeks invaded India and they called India as Hindus or Indos. And the name Bharata was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest and who are mentioned in Rig Veda. Later, it was used for the country. Now, the next important question is how? There are several ways of finding out about the past. One is to search for and read books that were written long ago. So these sources include manuscripts, inscriptions, and archaeology. Manuscripts. Manuscripts were written by hand, and the word manuscripts comes from the Latin word manu, meaning hand. These were usually written on palm leaf or on the specially prepared bark of a tree known as birch, which grows in Himalayas. They are often preserved in temples and monasteries. These books dealt with all kinds of subjects such as religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicine and science. Besides, there were epics, poems and plays. Many of them were written in Sanskrit, others were in Prakrit. Prakrit is the language used by the ordinary people. Inscriptions. Inscriptions are different from manuscripts. They were usually written in hard surfaces such as stone or metal. Kings got their orders inscribed so that people could see, read and obey them. Example, Ashoka's inscriptions. There are other kinds of inscriptions also. The men and women recorded what they did. Example, kings often kept records of their victories in battle. Archaeologists. Archaeologists are like detectives. They explore and excavate to find things and they study about this. So archaeologists are people who study about the things made and used in the past. They study the remains of buildings made of stone and brick, paintings and sculpture. They also explore and excavate to find tools, weapons, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. Objects that are made of hard, imperishable substances usually survive for a long time. Archaeologists also look for bones of animals, birds and fish to find out what people ate in the past. Finally, the last important question is when. If somebody asks you the date, you will probably mention the day, month and year. These years are counted from the date generally assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ. So 2020 means 2020 years after the birth of Christ, or AD 2020. So So AD means Anno Domini, meaning in the year of the Lord. Sometimes CE is used instead of AD. The letter CE stands for Common Era. BC. All dates before the birth of Christ are counted backwards and usually have the letters BC or before Christ. BCE is also used instead of BC. BCE means before Common Era. Let's listen to a video.
An Introduction to History. This chapter is studied to understand the past better and to learn lessons from it. Social sciences are a subject covering history, geography, and political science. Social sciences helps us to learn our traditions, cultures, and develops literary and communication skills. This subject is very important as it adds value to our overall development and personality of student. History means what? It is an account of past events in chronological sequence of a specific place and helps in illustrating about its people, events and consequences. Historians are the people who analyze and record them after studying all evidences. Their research in the past 100 years is truly substantial. History benefits us by following ways. 1. We can learn from past events to improve our present. We have written records for only the last 4,000 years of our land. Although scientists believe that our Earth is more than millions of years old. India is the home of the world's oldest civilization. The Greek word Indoi, that is Indoi, means people who live near Indus River. The ancient scriptures refer to our land as Bharat, the land of the Bharata tribe. Historians have divided our past into two parts, that is, prehistoric and historic period to understand it better. Prehistoric. The period when ancient people were evolving gradually and were not aware of methodical living, hence no civilization took place. Historic. The period where written records like inscriptions, paintings, and source materials are available about places, people, and their habits. Meanings of BC and AD. Earth is believed to have been formed millions of years ago. Historians find it difficult to explain to us the event that took place in the past. To enable us to understand better, they have taken the birth of Jesus Christ, 0, as the cutoff period and stated any period before that event as before Christ, that is BC, and described any period as Anno Domini, that is AD, after the birth of Jesus. Summary. History is the story of the achievements of men. History is studied to understand the past better and to learn lessons from it. Archaeological source materials are inscription, coins, monuments, etc.
I hope all of you understood the lesson well. I will send the notes. You write down the notes neatly and study the lesson well. Stay home, stay safe. Obey your parents. Thank you, children.